Last time on
Danganronpa.
Most definitely! There's no doubt that the Blackened is lurking among you!
And here I thought I had a genius idea.
Too bad you're so stupid and boring and unpopular. Your life is meaningless. Seriously? The killer used those night vision goggles, not Byakuya.
Inside the Duralumin case Byakuya had with him during the party, we found a smaller case for storing the night vision goggles.
Though Byakuya was thorough, even he couldn't have noticed a weapon taped to the underside of the table.
He probably knew. Someone was planning to commit a murder.
I see. Strong sense of responsibility as our leader was his undoing. But painting them with glowing paint? It's as if they knew the blackout was going to happen.
If she locked herself in the bathroom for that long, there's no doubt. It's shit.
I'm sorry, it's a shitty alibi, Pecco.
I feel totally fine.
The direct trigger was when the air conditioners in the dining hall and office clicked on.
11:30 p.m. Mr. Ham-Hands died around that time too!
No, the breaker in the office was built into a high area of the wall that's impossible to reach. In the end, hope always wins. That's what I believe.
Which means, the only one who could have felt their way to the table using the power cord was Nagito!
Nagito, weren't you cleaning the dining hall all morning? If so, you would have had a chance to hide the knife.
Butterfly net! Get it! Hurry! Straight jackets do!
You're the ultimate lucky student. Then, did you?
But, based on the entry wounds on Byakuya's body, the actual weapon should be roughly 5 millimeters in diameter.
5 millimeters in diameter? That's like way skinnier than a knife!
It almost sounds like Byakuya fought back against Nagito or something.
And now the second half.
I'm Monami, and my heart is throbbing like crazy right now. The group's leader, Byakuya, got killed, and his killer is among this group of students? No, I'm not gonna believe it. I'll never believe it. 'Cause I believe in everyone. So do your best, and don't forget to save regularly.
I won't.
Well, what now? If the knife isn't the murder weapon, there's no definitive proof that I'm the killer.
Shut up! We'll be the judge of that.
You say you were shoved away, but you can't actually prove it, right?
That's right. Even if a different weapon was used, it does not mean Nagito has been cleared of suspicion.
But there's another reason why I don't think Nagito is the killer.
There's still more?
Based on what we've discussed, Byakuya was killed under the table, right?
Is there something wrong with that?
Well, even if that's true, I feel Nagito looks, clean.
Nobody's ever complimented me on my appearance before. Not even my own mother.
I'm not talking about your looks.
Why does Mikon think Nagito looks too clean? Because there's no blood on him.
Are you trying to say something like, why didn't Nagito have any bloodstains on him?
Yes, that's it. Because under the table, there was a lot of blood splattered everywhere, right? There were even bloodstains on the inside of the tablecloth. If he stabbed Byakuya to death, It's strange he did not get splattered with an appropriate amount of blood.
I didn't get any blood on me? That is weird.
You just used something to block the blood, didn't you?
Something that might have been used to block the blood splatter. What do you think it could have been? I guess we did see something I could have used. Isn't that right, Hajime?
Yes, there's only one thing you could have used to block the blood splatter. And that's this. The storage room tablecloth.
Prove it with this. You're talking about the bloodstained tablecloth we found in the storage room, right?
If there are bloodstains on it, that settles it. Nagito used the tablecloth to block the blood splatter.
But that was found in the storage room, right? Are you suggesting he hid it there after the murder?
You mean after the lights came back on? What would he have done if we'd seen him?
I think I missed the line. No. I'm good. But he is waving save, so I'm gonna save.
That's true. The tablecloth was pretty big. So even if you tried to hide it and take it with you...
Wearing a tablecloth, going under the table, getting a knife in a blackout, and stabbing someone. That's not just impossible for someone like me. Wouldn't it also be impossible for you guys too?
Then what does it mean?
Maybe the killer didn't necessarily stab Byakuya under the table.
Huh?
No, there's no mistake that the murder occurred under that table.
Even the inside of the tablecloth was bloody, so there's no denying Byakuya was killed there.
But that doesn't mean where Byakuya got stabbed and where the killer did the stabbing are the same, right?
I don't understand at all!
Place where Byakuya got stabbed and where the killer did the stabbing are different?
Hajime, you look like you're onto something.
Really? But it sounds like a riddle. I feel like I'm onto something, but it's still not clear what that is.
Under the table, but not under the table. If it's somehow possible, it's the only way that makes sense. Moving forward, we should put aside all unnecessary preconceptions and just choose the answer. I think.
In scenes where you had to figure out important words, the improved Hangman's Gambit will occur. The goal is to land the right letters in order so it reveals a keyword related to the incident in question. Improved Hangman's Gambit is like a little puzzle game. Various letters will be flying across the screen in all directions. There are 2 rules you must remember. If 2 different letters clash, you'll take damage. If 2 of the same letters clash, they will fuse. You must make 2 of the same letters clash while you try to not let 2 different letters clash. That's what's most important. In order to do that, you've been given a technique to catch and release. You move the reticle with the mouse and press the right mouse button while it's on top of a letter. You can snatch a letter like a vacuum. This is what it means to catch the letter. However, you can only catch 1 letter at a time, so please be careful. When you press the right mouse button while you have a letter caught, you can shoot it where your cursor is aiming. This is how you release the letter. With catch and release, you can change the position of the letters and hit the letters into each other. If you hit the same letters, you can fuse them. The fused letters will freeze and get bigger. By pressing the right mouse button, you can blow it up and erase it from the field. This is called firing the letters. Catch and release the right mouse button, and after you fuse them, fire the right mouse button. That's a lot of right mouse buttons. However, you just erase letters, you won't be able to clear the game. Ultimately, the main goal of improved Hangman's Gambit is completing the keyword. Display a question with the tab key and figure out what keyword will answer that question. About lining up the keyword. Instead of pressing the right mouse button to fire a letter, press the left mouse button. If that happens at the same time the letter blows up, it will be sent to the keyword list. If a sent letter is correct, it will fit in the keyword, and if it's not, the influence gauge will take damage. Let's write the keyword in order, based on the flying letters. Please think about the completed word. Also, if you leave the fuse layer alone for a while, it'll just blow up on its own. In that case, it'll still damage you, so please be very careful. I took so long to explain it, but do you understand now? No. If you press the escape key during these scenes, you can review the controls. Well then, good luck and have fun! Place Byakuya got stabbed and the place where the killer did stabbing aren't the same? Using those words as a clue, I should put aside my preconception and try to think about it. Something's coming to me. A little bit more. I have a feeling we can see something. Where did the killer stab Byakuya from? Okay, let's see if we can get this right. I missed the old one, I'm saying that right now. U N Let's see. I need a D. I need the E. Gotta move quick. There's the R I need. Under. Okay, that's one. Okay. I can read by putting you up there. No! I need you here. I needed that. Shoot! There's T. Get rid of this. I need the H. Okay, E. I need another E. I gotta get rid of a lot of these letters. There's E. Ah! No! Hangman's Gambit attempt number freaking 4. Improved my shiny metal. Now, I get the Japanese version might have it improved. Because they use the actual text, and I believe the text is smaller because they use their lettering, which, you know, if you've ever written in Japanese, you know how. Well, they use their symbols, and I believe it's... I'm trying to think of the right words to say here. I'm a little frustrated that you're writing in syllables, not actually in... I think that's the right word. I could be wrong. So theirs is a lot shorter than ours. Let's see, I need a T. I need a T bad. Here the R. So yeah, they're using their symbols. They have a smaller puzzle. They have it a lot easier. No, all we had to spell out U-N-D-E-R-T-H-E F-L-O-O-R. And the first mistake was my fault because I accidentally put table thinking with bad thinking. That, okay. Perfect. Make sure these two don't collide, and boom! Finally. Oh yeah, that's gonna be a source of hate.
Got it. The killer must have stabbed Byakuya from under the floorboards.
I'm saving that now, because that was bullshit.
Under the floorboards?
The floorboards in the old building are full of gaps, and there was no carpet laid out under the table. If they stuck the weapon through one of the gaps, they could have stabbed Byakuya to death.
If so, that means the killer was able to get under the floorboards. But from where? And how?
I don't know that yet, but I have a feeling there's someone here who does know.
That's right. If I remember correctly, one person here should know how to get under the floorboards because he lost his freaking earring. Isn't that right, Gundam Tanaka?
Hey, Gundam, you dropped your earring in the dining hall, right?
Are you referring to the Hellhound earring?
About that earring.
I said, are you referring to the Hellhound earring?
About that Hellhound earring. You dropped it beneath the floorboards, right?
Ah, there it is. I have found it. Truly that is a Hellhound earring. Fwahahaha! Fwahahaha! Seems God exists for my benefit. I see. Good for you. However, how do I recover it? I cannot fit my arm through this opening. Were I to use a tool, it would probably not reach either.
Just a bit longer and I would have reduced everything, including that old building, to ashes. However, it's just as the old legend said. The Hellhound earring has returned to its owner, to me!
Is it safe to say that that earring is the one hanging from your right ear? Huh? Could it be? Gundam wasn't wearing an earring during the investigation. And if he had it on by the time the class trial began, then that means Gundam was able to retrieve his earring from beneath the floorboards during the investigation.
So, Gundam knows how to get under the floorboards.
It's understandable. After all, you fools only view the world through eyes of glass. But I am different. With the power of my 4 dark devas of destruction, it is of no concern. Truly, this is the evil 4th eye. Before the might of the evil 4th eye, all visual chaos is rendered asunder.
What should I do? I'm embarrassed just listening to him.
Oh! Man up and speak more clearly!
Fine, I shall tell you all. The answer was in the storage room. One of my 4 dark devas of destruction, Mirage Golden Hawk, Jumpy, has seen beyond the chaos. A secret passage of doom leading to the underground lurks beneath a large assortment of random boxes. After securing a lighter from the supermarket, I threw caution to the wind and ventured below the floorboards. And as a result of that lonesome battle, I was able to recover the Hellhound earring with my own 2 hands. Tremble with fear, fools! Behold my power!
There he goes blabbing about power and crap. You're ridiculous. You're just a breeder, you know.
Anyway, it sounds like you can go under the floorboards from the storage room.
Then that has to be how the killer did it. If the space beneath the floor is empty, it's not that far to move from the storage room to the dining hall.
I see. If they passed through the storage room, I understand why the tablecloth was put there.
The killer lurked under the floorboards during the party, and from there,
Stab, stab, stab!
Are you sure?
You don't like stab, stab, stab? Should it sound more fleshy, like...
I'm not talking about your sound effects. You were saying they snuck under the floorboards, but that means they would have had to leave the party, right? So, was there anyone who was able to do that?
Then whoever wasn't at the party is the killer. They must be the one who was waiting under the floorboards.
Who wasn't at the party again?
I didn't participate, but I was guarding the entrance, remember? Monomi over there can be my witness, right?
Yes, this Monami over here is your witness.
I believe there's no need to discuss this matter further, but I was unable to leave the bathroom.
I was in the kitchen for a long time, but I frequently went to the dining hall to deliver my dishes.
The only person who wasn't at the party... Judging from the photo I took before the blackout... It obviously has to be him.
Yay! It's decided!
What the fuck are you saying? I'm not the killer!
Oh, really? What happened to the tough guy who was saying stuff like,
I can do it. Don't mess with me! I'll fucking kill you!
see? You're making threats again.
Yep, that's right. Things are starting to get exciting.
Good news! You're now allowed to use the silencer! You can use the silencer with the right mouse button as many times as you want! When you use the silencer, you can shoot down the white noise, the one that's been causing us a lot of problems. Also, when you shoot down the white noise, your time limit will increase a little and you'll be one step closer to an achievement. However, if you shoot an actual remark with your silencer instead of the white noise, the time limit will decrease, so aim carefully when you're using the silencer. Oh, but the difficulty set to gentle, the white noise won't appear at all. In that case, you'll still be able to use the silencer, but it'll be somewhat pointless. Or if you like doing a little bang bang or pew pew, you can use it to your heart's content. Bang 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 bang. If you press the escape key during these arguments, you can review the controls. Well then, good luck and have fun. Shut up, Windows Update. Make your argument. Buki's account, Teru's account, Chiaki's account, Kazui's account, Nekomaru's account. And by the way, Windows Update is bickering over things because I kind of reset it and it's trying to collect all its updates again.
During the party, the killer was lurking under the floor like a cockroach.
And they could have stared at panties all day. Without going to the storage room in the dark.
Is that true, Fuyuhiko?
Don't act like I'm the fucking killer!
But when the party started, nobody saw you, you know. That means you have no alibi.
The culprit is self-evident.
The only person who doesn't have an alibi during the party is Fuyuhiko.
During the
But
party,
is he
the
the killer? But yeah, the purple statements you're seeing are the white noise, and this is the way we fight it. Bang!
And they could have stared at panties
Bang!
all day.
Bang!
Going to the storage room in the dark.
You guys really want to do me a favor?
Is that true,
During the
Fuyuhiko?
trials, count the white noise and
act
someone
like
leave
I'm
a
the
comment or
fucking killer.
something on how many I got.
But when the
Because
party
last time I
started,
didn't do that and it kind of got me by surprise on a
Nobody saw you,
trial
you know.
at the end of the game. I
That
mean, if we
means
do it
you
like
have
this, we
no
should have
alibi.
enough, but, well,
No, that's wrong!
boom! You never know. I could be off a little bit.
No, Fuyuhiko definitely has an alibi. Isn't that right, Chiaki?
Oh, you're right.
Huh? What happened, Fuyuhiko? Oh, hey! What are you doing here, all alone in a place like this? I'm standing guard so Monokuma doesn't come inside. I think I'm doing better with my voice, too. Heh, how diligent of you!
I saw Fuyuhiko after the party started. There's no way he could have been waiting under the floor before then.
You should have said that earlier, dumbass.
It's still your fault. Like, why were you even lurking around the old building in the first place?
Shut up!
Maybe there really is a secret passage to go under the floorboards from outside, and he came to spy.
What'd you say, motherfucker?
Wow, he got chewed out, but he looks super happy.
Regardless, it's impossible to go under the floorboards from outside. Chiaki and I already confirmed that.
Then someone definitely went under the floorboards through the storage room during the party.
During the party. It was probably during the blackout.
Well, if someone disappeared during the blackout, no one would have noticed.
But walking down that dark hallway to the storage room is like trying to make Eggs Benedict without any eggs.
You're right. I couldn't even see the office in that darkness, and that room was much closer.
But is it really impossible? It might be better if we examine that possibility a little bit more.
It was super dark, you know? There's no way you'd be able to find your way to the storage room.
But I can't stop thinking about it. I feel like there's something I overlooked. For clarity's sake, once again.
Appears we're getting close to the final stage. The blackened or the spotless? Which is superior? I think it's time to settle this.
Make your argument! Your aluminum case, party dishes, kid equipment list, murder
hallway
threat,
was really dark
and
during
there
the
was one I
blackout.
missed. I'll get it.
Moving to the storage room like that,
Oh, fire door.
it's like making a seafood bowl without fish.
Is it really not possible?
What if they used a string like the cord?
Maybe there was another pair of night vision goggles?
What a pain. I'm gonna go with my gut. What if they used a light?
It definitely sounds impossible.
The killer's method for moving in the dark. Might be what that one person suggested. So, if so, I might be able to prove
The
it.
hallway was really dark during the blackout. Moving to the storage room like that, it's like making a seafood bowl without fish.
I got it.
Is it really not possible?
What if they used a string like the cord?
Maybe there was another pair
Bang it
of
up,
night
bang it
vision
up.
goggles?
Bang it
What a pain. I'm gonna go with
Bang
my
it up.
gut. What if they used a light?
Bomb. Oh, you. This is where white noise gets
The
annoying,
hallway
by
was
the
really
way. You
dark
notice
during the
how
blackout.
that
Moving
it
to the
just
storage
blocked
room like-
me?
It's like making a seafood bowl without fish.
Yeah. You know I was on target. I was
What
just
if
a
they
little
used a
off,
string
and
like the cord?
the white noise went
Maybe there was
denied.
another pair of night vision
It's
goggles?
in a bad spot, too.
What a pain. I'm gonna go with my gut. What if they used a light?
Goodbye and goodbye.
I know. The killer had a light with him.
Oh, I was right? But where could they have found a light?
There was one nearby for sure. See? It's written on the kitchen's equipment list.
$24, $29, 20 spoons, 5 iron skewers, 3 frying pans, 20 wine glasses. Sold to the American. There are also iron plates for barbecue and even a portable stove for cooking hot pots. Iron plates and a portable stove. I do recall seeing them on the shelf over there. This kitchen seems to be well kept. There should be no problems using it.
It's the portable stove.
Portable stove?
The portable stove isn't powered by electricity, and it's also small enough to carry around. So, the killer used the portable stove to move from the hallway to the storage room during the blackout.
I see. I never considered the portable stove. But there's a hole in your argument.
Huh?
A hole? What kind of hole? It would be great if you could explain it to me in much more detail. Oh, I wasn't making a perverted joke or anything. It's really not a perverted joke. I'm serious.
Repeating yourself just makes it even more suspicious.
Now then, Hajime, will you battle against me?
Yeah, just let me say first, 'cause I know what's coming. At least he's honest about it, and he doesn't throw the thing off. It's cute when Chiaki does it.
My argument?
What does he mean, battle? It sounds like he's enjoying a game or something. Damn it, there's no way I'm going to lose against someone like him! Rebuttal Showdown! The vision goggles, storage room, tablecloth, party dishes, fire door, kitchen equipment list.
Did you forget what Kazuichi said earlier? He said the hall was too dark to see the office. The light from the stove that you mentioned, it contradicts his testimony. Or are you intentionally doubting his testimony?
Ah, da 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 da!
I don't doubt what Kazuichi said. What are you trying to say?
Can I just say trying to hit him at, like, in the cross is awkward. Like this. Well, that's not, but...
Wouldn't Kazuichi have seen it?
Allow me to cut through
No!
those words. Nagito, did you forget? Or are you just pretending you forgot?
Huh? What are you talking about?
There should have been a wall that blocked light. I'm talking about the fire door in the hallway. If you close it, it would form a perfect wall in the hallway. Plus, the hallway rounds a corner just beyond the fire door. So even if there was a small gap in the door, as long as they passed the corner, the light still wouldn't peek out.
I see. To actually notice the fire door. Just as expected of the ultimate... Oh, you still don't remember your talent, do you?
Who cares about that right now?
Fuck you.
Nagito, what are you plotting? For someone who insists he's not the killer, you are quite nosy.
You sound so scary. If you're that angry, why don't you take a deep breath? You sure like to piss us off. How about I shut your fucking mouth for you?
Hey, it's okay if you guys fight, but I won't allow a burly brawl that might offend people. More importantly, can you hurry up and decide who's the blackened already? Time runs out when I get bored.
Fine, I get it. You're telling me to pass the torch, right?
Pass the torch?
We're going to ask the real killer, not an imposter like me, to show themselves.
You're obviously the killer, right?
If you think I am, I really don't mind. Whatever conclusion you ultimates arrive at, I will accept it, no matter what it is.
So, telling me to call out the real killer. You know, I really don't want to condemn that person, but there's no other way, right? Wait till you see what it is. I know who it is. First, he used the hallway's fire door as cover. He used a portable stove to move in the dark because he's a freaking idiot and stuck under the floorboard stabbed Byakuya to death using the glowing paint as a mark. So the only killer I can think of is someone who's pretty stupid. You and only you Around it goes, and where it stops, Teru fucking knows! Pervert!
Teru. Could it be you? What? What are you talking about?
Teru's the killer? Is that true?
What are you talking about? There's no way! Of course, that's simply my assumption. So if you have an objection, please speak freely. Objection or not, why am I being treated like the killer? Because the portable stove used in the murder came from the kitchen. That's it? That's the only reason you're treating me like a killer? Isn't that a little drastic? You're cruel. Cruel. Too cruel.
Teru. That attitude is so not like you. For the ultimate cook to get so upset.
Call me chef.
If you fall to aspersions like this, who will be there to support the future of the culinary arts?
The future of the culinary arts?
That's right. For the future of the culinary arts, you must face this and fight it fair and square.
You're right. Yeah, that's totally right.
So, what's an aspersion anyway? Is it yummy?
Did you know asbestos is yummy too? You should try some later.
Wow.
Why are you interfering?
Let's assume that the killer used a light, and that they used the fire door to mask that light, and that they moved to the storage room and snuck under the floorboards. Then what? It's dark under the floorboards too, so how would they be able to stab Byakuya? You're not gonna say they shined the light on Byakuya, right? The plan would have been ruined if he noticed.
That's right. What do you think about that?
There's no way you can answer, right? You personally haven't investigated what's beneath the floorboards.
If that's the case, then Gundam should know. He actually went under the floorboards.
No. Unfortunately, there was nothing related to the incident under the floorboards. The only thing I found was a strange liquid shining in the darkness, near where Byakuya's blood was dripping.
What? A shining liquid in the dark? That sounds super important! If there was a shining mark like that, they would have been able to move to it in the dark, right?
And in doing so, it might have been possible for them to use that mark to target the victim.
The victim was targeted by a mark. What was the mark?
I can prove it with this. The mark you're talking about is the glowing paint that was applied to the knife, right?
By using the glowing paint as a target, they were able to judge where to stab even in the dark.
I see. The killer didn't target an actual person. They just struck the moment the glowing paint moved.
That would be the moment someone grabbed a hold of the knife.
So, the killer used the mark that I prepared for finding the knife as a mark for stabbing. I see. That's why Byakuya got killed when he took the knife.
But if they were able to do that, wouldn't that mean the killer knew about Nagito's plan all along?
Well, Teru!
Seriously? I don't know anything. Really, I don't know anything at all.
Then can I ask everyone a question instead?
You again? Just stop already!
Now. We should give everyone a fair opportunity to speak.
If Teru is the killer, that would mean he went to the storage room during the blackout. And just what did Ibuki hear during the blackout?
Don't step on my feet!
What the hell? What's going on here? This is...
Ow!
Turn the damn lights on! I can't eat like this, you know!
You guys, Where are you? Wasn't the blackout just in the kitchen?
She heard Teru's voice in the dining hall?
Doesn't that prove Teru was in the dining hall during the blackout?
That's right! That's exactly it!
But Teru was in the kitchen the moment the blackout occurred, right? So, why was he in the dining hall?
I thought the blackout was only in the kitchen, so I panicked and ran out of there. Of course, the hallway was dark too, but somehow I managed to move along the wall toward everyone's voices.
Well, it's not that far to move along the wall from the kitchen to the dining hall.
That sounds fishy.
If I remember correctly, you can tell when a person is lying by licking their sweat. So, if you want, you should try licking me.
No way! You look greasy. But I heard Teru's voice in the dining hall! Ibuki swears on her honor!
That's right. Teru was in the dining hall, not the storage room. Which means he's not the killer.
No, that's not it. Why? Why do you want to keep falsely accusing me? It's not like I want to blame you.
You should be so proud of yourself, Hajime. You're just progressing toward the hope you believe in. Now, Hajime, show me more of your hope. Will that be enough to crush Teru's hope?
Make your argument. Knife, blessing on the table, gets a floorboard, night vision goggles, their aluminum case. Let's do it.
Let me ask you again. Did you go to the storage room during the blackout?
There's no way I went to the storage room. I was somewhere totally different.
I definitely heard Teru's voice. It's handsome, unlike his face. Maybe it was a recording or something? Nope, definitely a live voice.
Right, as long as I have her testimony. The fact that I was in the dining hall cannot be disputed.
There's definitely a contradiction hidden within those remarks. I need to find it.
Let me ask you again. Did you go to the storage room during the...
There's no way I went. I was somewhere totally different.
I definitely heard Teru's voice. It's handsome, unlike his face. Maybe it was a recording or something? Nope, definitely a live voice.
Right, as long as I have her testimony. The fact that I was in the dining hall cannot be... I'll shoot through that...
Wrong!
Just because we heard Teru's voice in the dining hall doesn't mean he was literally in the dining hall. Huh? Why? Remember the floor in the dining hall? It was full of gaps, right? So even if you shouted from under the floor, it should have sounded just like the voices in the dining hall. But...
I see. So he brazenly shouted from under the floor to make us think he was in the dining hall. Is that true, Teru?
Hold on a second.
Can you explain this, Teru?
I told you to wait a second, ain't I? What are y'all even saying anymore? I'm telling you, I was in that there dining hall during the blackout.
Where are you from again?
I was born in West Asabu and raised in South Aoyama.
Hey, you guys! This guy's a major liar!
If Teru was in the dining hall during the blackout, he should have been there after the power returned, right?
Well, I believe so. There's no way he could have gone back and forth in that dark hallway.
Huh? Was Teru actually there during that time?
I sure was. I was there the whole damn time.
Something like this shouldn't be decided by gut instinct. People's lives are at stake.
Damn right. You guys should have been deciding this on the spot with your hazy memories.
His accent is getting even worse. He's definitely lying.
However, I am not sure. I believe that he was there, and I believe that he was not there.
No! Is there any way we can decide?
Why don't we consult his memories?
His memories?
Yeah, don't be saying things like that. Don't make no sense. Can you even prove I wasn't in the dining hall? I probably can. Oh, you again!
Were there not two tears in the dining hall during the blackout? In order to know for sure, I just need to throw that question at him. Which one?
I can prove it with this.
Yup.
If you're claiming that you were in the dining hall when the power came back, then you should know how Mikan was positioned at the time, right?
Whoa, what? Don't make me remember. It's so embarrassing.
No, this is a very important question. Well, Teru, if you were really in the dining hall at that time, you should know the answer to that. Huh? Huh? It was a pretty clever way of tripping. There's no way you'd forget about it so easily.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I showed you something so unsightly.
How about it? You can't answer, Teru?
Huh? That's weird. Just slipped from my mind.
There's no way it would slip from your mind, especially not a pervert like you.
Even so. Nagito, say something!
I guess you might have to give up now.
Give up? What do you mean, give up?
Teru. I'm disappointed too, you know. It's lonely watching someone I admire reach the limits of their hope. It kind of feels like a broken dream.
I'm saving it here just in case. I know trouble's coming.
Nagito, what are you doing? Why are you messing with the killer like that? Hold on a sec. Don't go moving this along on your own like I really am the killer.
Huh? But it's already decided, right?
Cleared up yet, Chef?
It's no use. I can't understand him anymore.
It appears he's saying the murder weapon hasn't been cleared up yet.
You understand him?
But it's such a sad defense. This is too cruel.
Oh, you calling me the killer, then where's the weapon?
Come on, Manumi. Enough with the whimpering and translate.
He said, if you're calling me the killer, then where's the weapon?
The weapon, huh? It's not the knife, right?
Judging from Byakuya's wounds, it was a thin-edged tool that's roughly 5 millimeters in diameter.
Also, if they stabbed from under the floorboards, the weapon would need to be at least 50 centimeters in length.
After all this, who cares about the weapon?
Not good enough! Not good enough at all!
He said, not good enough. Not good enough at all.
Fine, I got it. Let's try thinking about what the weapon was.
Wanna do it?
He said, try to do it.
What a confusing accent.
Anyway, we need to focus and think about this. A thin edge tool with a diameter of about 50 millimeters and 50 centimeters in length. So weapon that meets those requirements. Might have been used at the crime scene. Huh? What's that? No! Another Hangman's Gambit! Why? What weapon is 5 whatever in length and 50 in diameter? Nope, not a K. I hate this minigame! Are you trying to hide that from me so I'll take another hit? I am not an iron. Nope. Need the S. Okay, no, I'm gonna get rid of this so it doesn't blow up in my face. Get rid of this. That. Ew. Come on, 2 more letters. We know what it is. It's something that was hiding from the kitchen sheet. I mean, this is easy, but this is holy crow. Can I have an E? Can I have an E, please? An E! That. Nope. E. Okay. Can I have another? I'm not liking this! Come on, just an R. I need an R. Come on, R. Nope. Yes! 1 try!
That's it. The weapon must be the iron skewer.
Huh? The iron skewer?
Before the party, as Byakuya was confiscating all the dangerous items, he spoke to Teru Teru.
I checked the equipment list and there seems to be 1 iron skewer missing. Ah, that's right. As far as I know, that's been missing from the start.
So that missing iron skewer is the weapon?
An iron skewer would match up with the wounds perfectly.
Hey, Teru Teru, where'd you hide the iron skewer?
He's contracted rabies! Ibuki! Did you bite him or something?
Did he really just say that?
He's just saying random shit to fuck with us. You probably dumped it somewhere on the island, didn't you?
This school trip has a no littering rule. If he had violated it, the island sirens would be ringing non-stop.
Island sirens? Just for littering?
Also, I was on guard duty, and I never once saw Teru Teru leave the old building.
Which means he obviously hid it somewhere in the old building.
Probably the kitchen again, right?
Teru Teru, just man up and be straight with us.
Oh, whoa!
Finally, we are nearing the end. Yay! A core opponent will be surrounded by soul shields and will simply not listen to what you have to say. They'll probably pay you to condemn your classmate, but this is a class trial after all. You must argue against your opponent and destroy their soul shields. A high-speed dispute bout where you beat down a panicked opponent, excuses and nonsense. That's the bullet time sorry, the panic talk action. What? You changed the name of it? Panic talk action. We'll shorten it to PTA. During PTA, you must destroy all your opponent's soul shields so you can deliver your final strike. In order to do that, you must destroy your opponent's remarks while following the tempo of the song. Time your button presses the tempo marker as it moves across the screen. Match the tempo marker by pressing the left mouse button, and you'll be able to lock onto the opponent's remark. You keep pressing it, you'll be able to lock on multiple remarks at the same time. Afterward, if you release the left mouse button in time with the tempo marker, it'll intercept the locked on remark and destroy it. By destroying your remarks, you'll be able to damage the soul shields protecting the opponent and destroy them. However, you cannot destroy the remark within time limit, you'll end up getting hurt. During PTA, you can press the escape key to review the controls. But for this PTA, just focus on pressing the left mouse button. Please wait for another time for the other features. Do this consecutively and you'll start a combo. Keep this going and you'll initiate a tempo up. On the flip side, if you keep missing, you'll find yourself in a tempo down situation. When the song changes, the tempo changes. This will alter the timing for each button. Please be careful. Last but not least, let me tell you about the final blow. If you destroy all your opponent's soul shields, they'll start to give their final argument. And if that happens, 4 words will be displayed on the top, bottom, left, and right sides of the screen. Each of these 4 words corresponds to the W key, S key, A key, and D key. If you press the buttons in the right order, you'll be able to compose the words for your final strike. Please make your argument while searching for the words that will trump your opponent's final argument. Also, if you don't deliver your final strike within the time limit, the opponent's soul shields will recover. Well then, good luck and have fun! No! I'm saving it now, I'm gonna die a lot.
He said, oh, what the hell are you even saying, you stupid country hick?
I guess we have no choice but to somehow find out for ourselves.
The iron skewer is a weapon, then hiding it in the kitchen would be the easiest way to slip it by. But Byakuya and I checked the kitchen pretty thoroughly before the party started. Which means, was the weapon already hidden somewhere we couldn't find it? Could it have been in an unexpected place? Where would that be? Where do you hide a long weapon like an iron skewer? Think carefully.
I'm not hiding anything.
I'm not hiding anything!
I must reveal to Terry the conclusive evidence that proves he's the killer. Boy, you do not know how much I hate this PTA shit. You thought you hated bullet time battle before? Go, hold the button down and then time to let go.
Nonsense!
That's right, you heard me. Time to press, time to let go. This can blow me! Paris Hilton, my fucking ass. I do like that shield do show ultimate cook.
Nonsense!
You're nonsense!
Unforgivable!
Plus, I'll be honest, the music in the first game was better.
Paris Hilton!
Meat on the bone!
This is the end.
And he got rabies. I got bit by Ibuki.
Could the iron skewer have been hidden inside the piece of meat on the bone? What are you saying? There's no way I'd hide anything in a place like that.
That's clearly impossible. I mean, that's inside the food.
Impossible. That's what Byakuya and I thought. That's why we overlooked it.
These are no dangerous items like that skewer in the churrasco earlier inside that pile of food. That appears to be the case. Phew, I wouldn't have known what to do if he said fish bones and meat bones were also dangerous items.
But in fact, the only place you could hide the weapon was inside the food that couldn't be inspected. Out of all the dishes you prepared, The only one that can hide a weapon as long as an iron skewer is? The meat on the bone.
What now?
I'm using my right to remain silent.
There's no way that exists here. We need to confirm this now! So if we eat that tasty-looking piece of meat and find the iron skewer inside, bullseye!
All right. Monokuma or Monami, one of you hurry and bring over that piece of meat.
1 minute. Just give me 1 minute. I'll eat the whole thing!
Wait, now hold on a second. Time out, time out.
What are you doing? Hurry up and bring it over.
About that.
Huh? Where did Monokuma go?
I'm right here. I'm already eating it.
A bear that eats meat! Wait, now that I think about it, that's pretty normal.
Oh, what is this? So yummy!
Damn it! That's my meat!
I've never eaten anything like it in my entire life. The taste brings me back to my days in the wild.
This is bad. Seriously, this is really bad.
My. There's something inside the meat. Look what came out.
Isn't that... Is that an iron skewer?
Check it out. The handle looks like it's made of bone. Pretty clever.
The sword of destruction, encased in bone and sheathed in meat. It brought catastrophe unto Byakuya.
As expected of Teru Teru. Such a fantastic weapon from the ultimate chef.
You're wrong. I'm not the killer. I'm not the kind of person who would kill someone. I got it. You all set me up. You guys set me up so you could blame this on me.
Jeez, what a disappointment. Such an unseemly defense for an ultimate like you. Can you really call that hope?
Hey, Nagito. I'm sorry, but can you just be quiet?
He said, you're all nothing but a bunch of poor, loudmouth, fast food eating hicks.
You don't need to translate anymore. Somehow I can tell what he's trying to say.
Let's just deal with Nagito later. More importantly, we should first...
I guess we need to settle this. Once and for all. To do that, we need to go over the entire incident from beginning to end and make everything clear.
Go over the entire incident. And then, I can prove Teru's crime. That's right, if we don't do that, we can't end this no matter how much time passes.
So, we need to do it.
So it's finally come to this. My throb is chesting. Every case has one last feature to bring the class trial to an end. This is the closing argument. In this phase, you'll give a complete summary of the case. You'll have to reproduce the order of events in the case in the form of a comic book. This reproduction is merely Hajime's imagination, so there'll be gas here and there. Gas are areas where a number of pieces are missing. It's up to you to complete the comic using truth panels provided. Around 3 to 5 truth panels make up one set. Inside that one set, there'll be correct panels placed among incorrect panels. Use up all the correct panels containing one set, it'll switch to a new set. After that, you'll find all the holes and you'll clear the challenge. I'm pretty sure some of you know that, but it'll be difficult to complete with so many gas, but once you fill some in, it'll be so much simpler. Those of you who played the previous game, you might hesitate at first, but it's basically the same concept. Now then, when playing Assault in the closing argument, there is a certain trick. You move the reticle onto the gas on each page, it'll display hints at the top of the screen instead of having to click on it. The start hint will ask you what kind of scene is drawing that gap. Also, you move the reticle onto a true panel, it will display a hint as well. This then explains the scene contained in that panel. Put together these two hints and think carefully. Of course, don't forget that there'll be a time limit. Well then, good luck and have fun. Oh, that music! I love that music so much. Everyone at the party is... Oh, instead of having all of them at once now, like the old game, we only have a certain amount. Oh. And yet, it actually does that now. You can actually see immediately if it's right or wrong. So it gives a little bit, it gives a little more time. Making it a little bit harder, but... Don't mind me, I'm grooving to the music a little. I love this music. There we go. You see, because of the air conditioner, top and bottom. But yeah, in this one, I do have a guide telling me where to put things, so that way I'm not confused. Because, to be honest, right now we're one from an achievement, and I don't want to mess up here. But, ooh, I love this music so much. This is one of my favorites on the soundtrack, to be honest, guys. Let's see, the killer obtained a light. Weapon is hidden in, we don't have a piece of meat, so that's not it. What did the killer do after exiting the dark hall? There we go, that's there. Those go away. Next stock! Okay, a new set. So let's see. Is this one? Yeah, because he puts on the night vision goggles. That goes here. Okay, I can tell the sheet is when Teru decided to pork someone, and oh, there's the light switched on. You can see he picks it up and then switches it on. Makes sense with that. Let's see. There's one more at least. A knife glowing in the dark. Yeah, it's under the table. Boom! Those get popped. Stock 3. Okay, we have Nagito peeking under the table. I don't know if we have that one yet. I love the music here, but trying to think on the answers too, it's like, right here. Okay, that's another one down. Just follow where the pictures go with mine. You might get different stock at once, I'm not sure. Okay, that's another 10 seconds on there. Okay, when the stabbing happens, it has to be Buki's, because Nekomaru really wasn't important to this case. The Nekomaru is the fake one. Where does Ibuki go? Is this it? I mean, it would make sense, right? I heard it! Yep, there we go. Last stock! Okay, nothing at the end. Let's see. Okay, right there. It has to be when he's closing the fire door. What did killer do with the exit in the dark hall? Turn that on. There we go. The weapon is hidden. A big piece of meat. There we go. Now, there has to be one more gap. And only one. I guess you're not doing this 50,000 times and hearing the same thing over until, well, you know. There we go.
Here's everything that happened in this case. Let's try going over the whole incident. beginning with right after the party started. Byakuya had us gather in the dining hall of the old building near the hotel. He was extra cautious about a murder occurring that night because of a threatening letter he received. Therefore, he decided to throw a party so he could monitor us. Though one person didn't come, the rest of us assembled at the dining hall, and the party was underway. But at that time, the trap set by a certain someone was already in motion. They plugged 3 irons into the outlets in the storage room, which nearly capped the power usage. Additionally, they prepared something else that would activate at 11:30 p.m. The air conditioners in the office and dining hall. They had already set the timers for these. Thanks to the irons maxing out the power usage, the breaker was tripped when the air conditioners kicked on. Since the windows in the old building were covered, the blackout plunged the dining hall into total darkness. But when that happened, Byakuya took out a specific item that he brought in his case. That item was the night vision goggles. Byakuya was so concerned about a murder occurring that he brought a variety of security equipment with him. When he put on his night vision goggles, Byakuya witnessed a certain someone making a suspicious move. He saw Nagito guiding himself with the desk lamp's power cord so he could get under the table. That's right, everything up to that point was all part of Nagito's plan. The murder warning to Byakuya, the source of the blackout, it was all Nagito. While the blackout was happening, someone else, the real killer, began making their move in the kitchen. The killer probably already knew about Nagito's plan, so they knew a blackout was coming. That's why the killer prepared all the items they would need to commit their crime in the dark beforehand. They needed a light source, which was provided by the portable stove in the kitchen. They needed a weapon, too. This had also been hidden in the kitchen beforehand. The long iron skewer used in the churrasco dish. The killer hid that inside that meat with the bone in it. With the weapon and portable stove in hand, the killer stepped out into the hallway. First, they closed the fire door in the hallway so their light source wouldn't peek toward the dining hall. Then, guided by the light, the killer headed toward the storage room and grabbed a specific item. That's right, a tablecloth to block the blood splatter. With this, the killer finished their preparations and snuck under the floorboards through the secret passage. They probably turned off the portable cooking stove at that point, or left it near the entrance of the door. The floor in the dining hall is full of gaps, so there's no way they could have safely held a light source. But thanks to the glowing mark they painted earlier, the killer was able to get beneath the table. Under the table, Byakuya found the knife that had been hidden there. If only he had retreated, he probably wouldn't have gotten killed, but he had to retrieve that knife, and at that moment, the killer lurking beneath the floorboard stabbed straight up with the iron skewer. The killer had been waiting in the dark for the moment when the glowing paint began to move. After they murdered Byakuya, the killer, purposefully shouted from beneath the floorboards to make it seem like they were still in the dining hall. Afterward, they came out from underneath the floorboards and rushed back to the kitchen. And then, after hiding the murder weapon in the kitchen, they rejoined the group as if nothing had happened. There's only one person who would have been able to commit this crime. Especially if that person is someone who'd think of an unexpected way to hide a weapon inside food. Isn't that right, Teru Hanamura? That's what happened. How about it? Did I get anything wrong? This is a mistake. A mistake, I tell you. I would never kill anyone. Would never.
It seems this is the end.
Aw, poor baby. And there we go. Any objections? I'm sorry, what were you saying? And case closed. 3 achievements, 1 case. No retries, no damage, no concentration. Hey! We're 1 off of perfect. I wonder which one gave me the 1 point off. Okay, that's perfect there. Okay, how do I look at them individually? There we go. I know what that is. Hey, you know what I'm doing. PTA. You guys know me and BTB hate it. And then this, it's like, oh yeah, that's a major... Put up your middle fingers on both of them. And so we have put the lid on this case. I just want to apologize that this episode took a little while to get out. Well, the episodes lately, there's been a lot of background stuff going on. I'll probably have an update on that one recently. But I also made a decision to actually split the trial here because it actually, this part went to over 2 hours and it wasn't actually exporting right. It was having so many problems. It was crashing a lot, so... The split helps a little bit. We're gonna end the episode here. Next episode, we're gonna put Teru down like a sad puppy. I know that was terrible, but, well, so is he. He's the perverted one. So yeah, I hope you have fun, and I'll see you on the next one. And yeah, Nagito is fucking crazy. See you then.